Alright, ladies and gentlemen, we are back with more Dragon Age Origins. Let's just jump right into it. I think we're still in Lothering. Yes, we are. Sir Marone.
If you seek refuge in the Chantry, there's simply no room left.
Do I look like a refugee to you, bro?
So many are coming to Lothering. I make no assumptions.
True,
Priests
true.
are within if you seek to offer devotion to the Maker, however. May he protect us all.
Who's in charge of this
The
chantry?
revered mother runs the Chantry itself, and Sir Bryant heads the Templars stationed here.
Did you know there were bandits on the highway?
Were? Did you drive them off? Well, Sir Bryant will appreciate that.
Have you heard any news?
Not since Tairn Logain passed by with his army. It's a shame about the king. But with the Darkspawn coming, few can think of anything else. Make her watch over you.
Let's see what's up with the chantry. Anyone here of interest? Doesn't see. Oh, there's a farmer.
Are you here to see the Reverend Mother too?
Where is she?
In her office arranging for everyone to leave, I suppose. I don't think she's with anyone right now. I came to ask for a blessing. With my family abandoning the farm to flee north, we'll need all the grace the Maker can offer. Well, good luck to you. I need to get underway. If I'm lucky, I'll make it back to the farmhold by nightfall.
See ya, man.
We are the only hope of protection this village has now, and I will not abandon them. That is all. May the Maker have mercy on us.
We got the Templars. In a little meeting, pretty loud.
Yes? Who might you be?
No, we shouldn't say that, because, you can call me, Kratos.
I am Sir Bryant, commander of Lothering's remaining Templars. You don't seem like the other refugees.
Because we
Are
have
you
a
one of
bounty on our
Arlene's
head.
knights?
And if I were...
I tell you what I told the others. Nothing here will assist your quest. The Urn of Sacred Ashes is a myth.
What is the Urn of Sacred
A
Ashes?
mythical relic of Andraste. One of the Arl's knights, Sir Donal, is here searching for fantasies while... Never mind. Ask him if you care about this foolishness.
I need some information.
If the matter is important, certainly.
Are you in charge here?
The revered mother leads this flock. I merely command her Templars. Normally, our role is to protect the Chantry and seek out unsanctioned magic. For now, it is all we can do to protect the innocent.
And if you found an unsanctioned mage?
Let us pretend that I was such a mage. What would you do to me?
I have no time to even think about such things right now. My concern is protecting these people. I see nothing threatening them other than the Darkspawn.
How do Templars fight against magic?
We have more than swords at our disposal. We're taught to dispel unholy magics as well. If only our powers work to keep away the Darkspawn. Alas, it is not so.
Where would I find the revered mother?
In her study, no doubt. Preparing what she will take when we eventually evacuate.
Are you the only protection this village has?
Our ban was summoned by Tairn Logain, and he took his soldiers north with him. Lothering has been abandoned.
Tell me something else.
If the matter is important, certainly.
Have you heard any recent news?
Other than the Darkspawn horde bearing down on us, none of it is good. Tairn Logain is set to declare himself king, I hear.
Ooh, that's not good.
Piled on disaster.
Shit on shit. King Kalen had no heir?
None that we know of. Tairn Logain has no legitimate claim on the throne. He may be a hero, and his daughter may be queen, but he is a commoner, and the king's corpse is barely cold. If Arl Eamon was able to intervene, perhaps it would not have gone this far. I do not care who takes the throne. Only fools fight over who owns a cottage while it burns down around them.
What is wrong with Arl Eamon?
Arl Eamon has fallen ill, and his knights are on a quest for the sacred urn filled with Andraste's ashes, said to cure any malady. He must be very ill if they chase miracles as the only cure. One of the Arl's knights, Sir Donal, is here searching for fantasies while... Never mind. Ask him if you care about this foolishness.
Things seem very dire in this village.
They are. With the ban having taken his men north, the village is left to its fate. We will evacuate as many as we can before the horde reaches us. I will stay as long as I am needed. Now, unless there's something else you need.
I really shouldn't say this. I should go.
Travel safely, and may the Maker watch over you.
Let's not unveil that we are Grey Wardens.
And when the Maker spoke, a chant of light scattered in the darkness. The word dispelled fear and ignorance. Let those who cry out from the shadows be comforted.
Alright, let's talk to Sir Donald.
Who? I beg your pardon. I did not see you approach.
Sir Donald? Is that you?
Alistair? By the Maker, how are you? I was certain you were dead.
Not yet. No thanks to Turn Logain.
If Arl Eamon were well, he'd set Logain straight soon enough.
So you're here looking for the Urn of Sacred Ashes, then?
I am indeed. Andraste's ashes are said to cure any illness. But I fear we are chasing a fable. With each day, my hope dims.
Shouldn't you be fleeing the Darkspawn?
My mission takes priority. But I fear I shall be returning to Redcliffe with nothing to show for my efforts.
I was hoping to meet Arl Eamon, in fact.
Why is that, if I may ask?
I would prefer not to say.
Whatever the reason, the Arl won't be seeing anyone until he's recovered.
I don't like the sound of that. We should see Al Eamon for ourselves and find out what's happening.
You can travel to Redcliffe if you like. Perhaps he has recovered. Or perhaps his son might assist you. If nothing else, I am certain you would be welcomed at Castle Redcliffe. The Arlessa is there, and she could tell you more than I could.
So your quest for the ashes brought you here?
I expected to take advantage of the Chantry's library, in fact. But my skills are better suited to battle than chasing down tales.
Tell me more about this Urn of Sacred Ashes.
Supposedly, the urn contains the ashes of the prophetess Andraste. Surely you know all this.
I'd like to hear what you've learned.
If you're truly interested, there are books here containing a great deal of lore. Nothing I have found leads me to believe that this was anything more than a quest of desperation. I intend to return to Redcliffe soon and tell the Arlessa exactly that, once Sir Henrik arrives.
Who is Sir Henrik?
My fellow knight and traveling companion. He is delayed, though.
Your friend Sir Henrik is dead. I have something of his.
What? And you have his locket? And a note? Maker's mercy. Thank you for giving me these. I would never have known otherwise.
I dealt with the bandits that killed him.
Thank you. I wonder how many of us have met similar fates on this mad quest. With Henrik gone, I need to return to Redcliffe. Perhaps later I will seek out the scholar his note mentions. But I must go. Thank you again, good sir. You have been most helpful.
Welcome, man.
And when the chant spreads across all four corners of the world, let it rise at last.
I thought this girl was like drinking something.
Let him hear our unwavering faith.
Anything over here?
Righteous dedication and enduring perseverance.
What you doing back here? Lock chest.
Shall the Maker return to the Black City in heaven, and then shall the chant of light make it pure.
Praying for
Let
help
all
from a
mankind
prophet they
be
burned,
humble.
and a god
Let
who
all
was turned
repeat the
back
chant
on them
of
not
light.
once, but
Only
twice.
the word dispels the
Oh,
darkness.
this guy
upon
is
us.
so loud. Hey, can I like talk to you, girl? Or at least take a look what's in your room? Huh?
Will you be making a donation to the Chantry, my friend? You look like you have salvaged more of value than most who make it here.
Who are you?
I am the revered mother of this Chantry. Traditionally, those who seek my blessing tithe first.
What is tithe? What tithe is
Might I
acceptable?
suggest 30 silver?
Damn, 30 silver? I'm sorry, but I only have 10 silver.
1 out of 1 is a more generous gift than 10 out of thousands. What can I do for you then?
I'm a Grey Warden. I need your help.
A Grey Warden? Here? Oh dear. You put me in a difficult position. You must know that Tairn Logain declared the Grey Wardens to be outlaws.
So I've heard, but is it Logain who betrayed the king?
Tairn Logain? That is as hard for me to believe as his condemnation of the Wardens. There is a price on your head. Lay low, and I promise to keep your presence a secret. That is the best I can do. Now, if there is nothing else...
Can you provide any help to the Grey Wardens at all?
I cannot help you without risking the safety of this village and Chantry. The best I can do is keep your presence a secret. I am sorry.
Damn.
Now, if there is nothing else...
I was hoping to receive your blessing.
For a Grey Warden? Yes. You have a difficult road to walk, don't you? In Andraste's name, I call upon the Maker to watch over his child and creation. Watch over his path, O Maker. Give him light in darkness.
Damn, even Morgan? You bowed?
Now, if there is nothing else, may the Maker guard you, Grey Warden.
And when the chant spreads across all four corners of the world, let it rise at
I don't think there's anything else left to do here. It's a refugee. Refugee. Okay. It's continue on in Lothering. This is the... That's the guy. That's some shit over here. Variant helmet. What you want, boy?
Have you seen my mother?
Beat it. Yes, I have. She's over there somewhere. That depends. Who is your mother?
She's really tall, and she has red hair. We live on a big farmhold, all of us. Some mean men with swords came, and Mother told me to run to the village as fast as I could, so I did. She said she'd be right behind me, but I've been waiting and waiting, and I can't see her.
Do you know where your father is?
He went with William to the neighbours yesterday, but he didn't come back.
I don't think she's coming, child.
Why not? Why would she leave me here?
I don't think she meant to leave you.
But she must be coming.
Can't stand here forever. What if she doesn't show?
I don't know. Maybe I should go home and look for her.
No, don't do that. Is this farmland here in Lothering?
Then what should I do? I have nowhere to go. And I'm
Trying to remember.
hungry.
Can we even find her mother? Come with me, I'll help you look for your mother.
Mother said I wasn't to go with anyone. I'm supposed to wait for her here, in the village.
Then go to the chantry, you little shit.
I will, but only if I don't find Mother first. You're a really nice man, kind of like Father. I should go look for Mother now.
Alright, good luck with that. Stupid. Man, all the children sound so...
Just how Sparta Mabari is supposed to be, anyway? Do you think they understand everything we say? Oh, is that so? You could just be listening to the tone of my voice. You could be an utter moron for all we know. Hey now! There's nothing saying that a moron can't be cute and adorable. Who's the cute and adorable puppy? Ignorance is bliss, isn't it? That's
Damn.
what the Chantry kept telling me anyhow.
Keeps talking. Who's this? Allison?
Hello, stranger. I don't suppose you know anyone that can make traps.
What do you need traps for?
Old man Barlin said that Darkspawn may be coming soon. He's got traps on his farm. I figured I'd put a few on my lands. Barlin wants to poison his traps. I just want normal traps.
Why don't you just buy some?
None to be had. Barlin has all the traps in the village in his fields.
Barlin has poison traps on his land?
Ah, he doesn't have any poison yet, thank the Maker. So his fields are just full of traps. He can be a bit eccentric.
Sorry, I can't make traps.
I didn't mean to bother you. Sorry.
Let's see if we can have somebody make a trap. Somebody over there. Anybody?
I have a wonder, Alistair, if you will indulge me.
Do I have a choice?
Of the two of you that remain, are you not the senior Grey Warden here? I find it curious that you allow another to lead while you follow.
You find that curious, do you?
In fact, you defer to a new recruit. Is this the policy of the Grey Wardens, or simply a personal one?
What do you want to hear? That I prefer to follow? I do.
You sound so very defensive.
Couldn't you crawl into a bush somewhere and die? That would be great, thanks.
Anything back here? Nope. Seem like it. Are you guys...
We're planning on running that mine until the last minute. Felleron's orders.
Chicken coops? This. Pile of filth. Nice. Small chip natural crystal. I don't know what that is. Taking it. Refugee. Okay. Lock chest. Alright. Elder Miriam.
You got a bed for the night. You taken care of.
Actually, I was more hoping I could help you.
Don't need blades right now. We need beds, food, and an end to all these sad sots. I don't suppose you know anything of tonics, medicines, or herbs.
I know a bit about herbalism.
Then you may be able to do us a lot of good. All manner of travellers come through, many injured or sick. We do our best, but we're out of supplies. There's medicinal herbs in the woods to the north. If you make a few poultices, I'll scrape together some sort of payment. I'll write all you need to know in this note here.
Where is said note? Okay. Elder Miriam's note suggests that looking for elf fruit will aid in making the lesser health pot. Politices, blah, blah, blah.
Have any luck finding herbs in the woods?
I didn't need them. Here you go.
This will help many people. You're a good sort, you know.
How many did I lose? Oh, 3. That's not that much.
How dare you accuse me of thievery? I saw you take the supplies from my car. Your grassland eyes are inept. A chastened would never stoop to petty theft. You marsh folk are all thieves and liars.
Enough! People here are already desperate and frightened. They don't need you two coming to blows.
But what about my food?
I said enough!
That marshman stole
Forest
from
failed
me.
to
I
protect
know
us.
it. Our gods deserted us. There's no protection here either.
It's horrifying.
Okay, I guess you can't talk to them. Alright, anybody here? Refugee grog. Oh, there's a box over
Did you
there.
speak to that knight yesterday? Said he was from Redcliffe.
He talked to everyone in the tavern. How are we supposed to know where the urn of sacred ashes is? Might as well ask us how to get to the moon.
He said that all the Redcliffe knights were looking for it, as if they didn't have anything better to do. I don't get it.
All right.
Splint mail. Oh, let's see what that looks like. What is this? Armor 1. It's really good. Wrap. Let's head inside the tavern.
Logain is the new regent. Isn't that a good thing?
I heard that he may have had something to do with the king's death.
But I thought Darkspawn killed the king. That doesn't make any sense.
It's probably political nonsense. We'll be lucky if they don't burn down the entire country fighting over the throne.
Alright, so we'll meet our next party member in here, I believe.
Well, look what we have here, men. I think we've just been blessed.
Uh-oh. Logain's men. This can't be good.
Didn't we spend all morning asking about a fellow by this very description? And everyone said they hadn't seen him.
It seems we were lied to.
Gentlemen, surely there's no need for trouble. These are no doubt simply more poor souls seeking refuge.
They're more than that. Now stay out of our way, sister. You protect these traitors, you'll get the same as them.
What makes you think we're traitors?
Cairn Logain claims the Grey Wardens betrayed the king. Or haven't you heard?
Enough talk! Take the warden into custody. Kill this sister and anyone else that gets in your way.
Right. Let's make this quick.
Oh yeah, let's make... Oh, shit. Alright, let's make this quick, bitch. Alright, and then she could use Winter's Grasp on this moron. You can growl. And then Alistair could shield bash this douche. Okay. Still good. Shield bash. Keep stunning the commander. Oops.
I think we work well together.
Good. They've learned their lesson and we can all stop fighting now.
Can we? I don't want them reporting to Logan.
Please wait!
They have surrendered. They were no match for you. Let them be.
Take a message to Logan.
What do you want to tell him?
The Grey Wardens know what really happened.
I'll tell him right away. Now, thank you.
I apologize for interfering, but I couldn't just sit by and not help.
So I see. Where does a sister learn to fight like that?
I wasn't born in the Chantry, you know. Many of us had more colorful lives before we joined. Let me introduce myself. I am Liliana, one of the lay sisters of the Chantry here in Lothering. Oh, I was.
I'm Kratos. A pleasure.
Those men said you're a Grey Warden. You will be battling the Darkspawn, yes? That is what Grey Wardens do. I know after what happened, you will need all the help you can get. That's why I'm coming along.
Oh. Invited yourself, did we? Why so eager to come with us?
The Maker told me to.
Can you elaborate?
I know that sounds absolutely insane, but it's true. I had a dream. A vision.
More crazy? I thought we were all full up.
Look at the people here. They are lost in their despair, and this darkness, this chaos, will spread. The Maker doesn't want this. What you do, what you are meant to do, is the Maker's work. Let me help.
Very well, I'll not turn away help when it is offered.
Perhaps your skull was cracked worse than Mother thought.
Thank you. I appreciate being given this chance. I will not let you down.
Damn.
Indeed.
Rogue dog. Really underleveled. Well, we can change party members later. Hey, Danel?
Like more trouble?
Danel?
About all we can stand in Lothering now.
Sorry about that mess.
They had it coming, and they were trouble enough themselves. So long as you don't start more, I won't get excited. Right then, name's Denial. Sorry I can't chat much. As you see, we've a full house.
Have you heard any rumors?
With King Cailan dead, the throne falls to Queen Anora. She's made her father the regent, however, at least for now. I think Cailan's father, old King Merrick, would have approved. Anything else I can get you?
Heard any other rumors?
I hear news from Dinnerham that Cairn Logain has been declared the new regent. It makes sense, his daughter being the queen. Anything else I can get you?
I don't suppose you have any rooms.
People are sleeping on the floors and in the attic. That's how many rooms I don't have.
Who are those men I fought exactly?
When Tien Logain marched by, he left those fellas behind to look for Grey Wardens. I suppose that's you.
You keep that to yourself.
I have no qualm with you, whatever the Tien says. My grandfather served. Your secret's safe with me. What can I get you then? Luck speed your way.
Anybody? Customer. We'll talk to him last. Blackstone liaison.
As I live and breathe, you're the Grey Warden everyone's been talking about.
Is there something I can do for you?
I represent the Blackstone Irregulars. We're a mercenary company that fell on hard times after the war with Orlais. I'm sure you know that times are getting worse every day. With your help, the Irregulars could be of use to Ferelden once more.
How can I be of service?
Our leaders thought you might be willing to help. Each of our posts in Ferelden will contain letters addressed to you. Unlike most who work with us, you're getting letters straight from Raelnor and Tauran, our leaders. I hope this tells you how highly the Irregulars regard the Grey Wardens.
I'll take a look.
Thank you. When you've completed a mission, just return to me or any of our members stationed at an Irregulars post. We'll make sure your efforts are rewarded. Maker's blessings light your path.
Oh, that's awesome. More shit for me to do. RPG. Oh, I thought that was a person.
Please, I must continue playing, else I earn no coin tonight.
So play, bitch.
You're here about food. Take it up with that bleeding runt by the chantry. I got other gear to sell.
You're out of food?
A whole mess of refugees come in and leave near every night. All have hungry bellies, sad tales, and mementos for barter. I sold that bleeding merchant outside about half my larder 2 weeks back, and now he's charging outrageous sums for all my food.
Don't worry about him. I took care of it.
You did? Well, I don't know what to say to that. Thanks.
Show me what you got. Probably buy this modeler. I never really used the traps. Use rocks. I don't think I will use the traps though. Chassis resistance 4.4. Morgan's is still better. Pain of the I still have. Oh, it's pretty cheap. 3 silvers. Can't this combine? No? Okay. Fine. And then we'll keep the rest for now. We'll get 6 slots.
You're here about food. Take it up with that bleeding runt by the chantry.
Why does he still have
I got other gear to sell.
Know any well-paying work in Lothering?
Check the chanter's board by the chantry. There's good jobs there. I don't suppose you know anything about poison.
Oh, this is the guy. I have dabbled in such things.
I figured if I kept asking, I'd find someone. I'd pay good coin for some simple poison. Something to slow them beasties down or make them think twice.
Any ideas where I could find ingredients?
Well, there's herbs in the North Wood. As for other stuff, look around town. Some refugees just left things behind to travel faster. I don't really know what you need, though. I might have some in stock, too.
Farewell. Poisonous proposition.
All right, all right.
What the hell happened here? Is there just dead soldier bombs? What the hell you do, boy?
I don't like this place. Why do you want something? Speak to Denal. I don't deal with customers.
Why is there just skeletons on this floor, woman?
Got it.
No one's gonna question that in a place where you cook food.
The Templars. He says the mages in the tower out on Lake Calenhard are all turning into demons.
I don't know. What is Liliana? What can she do? She could do poison, stealing. Did I steal this guy? Let's see. Hold up. Quick save. Farmer.
Yes, of course.
Ooh. Let's steal that from this guy. I don't think I've actually done this. So, let's grab some change. Just some rogue shit. Dirty fighting. Rogue incapacitates the target, takes no damage from the attack but is stunned. Okay. This is Pitting Shot, Song of Valor. Sings an ancient. Let's put them together. Shot of the belt. Okay. So a kick to the target, dealing normal combat damage while imposing. Kind of want her to be also call it the long range. Armor 1, physical resistance. Okay, 0.9. Give her like leather armor. We don't give her heavy, so she's not like easily fatigued. So just regular clothing. Discount. Alright, not bad. We could also give them this crap. We'll give her that. Cold resistance, mental resistance. Seeker cunning, sure, that's fine. Power. 6 defense. Okay. Item received. What did I receive? She could just make poison, so.
I hope more soldiers make it out of Ostagar. So much tragedy.
Quick bar unlocked. Hopefully she doesn't switch. This is actually a third or second party member that we meet in this. Got what his name's Fern, I think?
All right.
Yeah, I'm just making shit up, but he's definitely another party member. You have to either pick pocket or lock pick. What? What is going on? Oh. What the hell's this?
Got it.
Shield bash.
Make up with time to die.
You're gonna regret that.
Come on. There we go. I'm about to. Alright. Really use this guy?
I'll get on it.
Shield bash that fucker. Oh, Alistair. Sorry, Alistair. Almost there. Take off the threat.
You cannot win.
And then we go to him. After we heal some.
I'll get on it.
I should probably change up the tactic. That's what's probably.
Oh, lovely.
I love how desperate
Yeah, she needs to like come over here.
you are. You're pathetic.
There we go.
I'll get on it.
You need to tell me there's more?
Just me.
Do
Or did
something
I
about
do
it.
really badly back there.
Oh yeah, you did terribly. How do we go into their tactics again? It's this one, right? Tactics, there we go. Do ranged. Hmm. Okay, that's fine for now. Just like more of them there. Ooh, there's some big ass motherfucking spiders. Alright, let's see what we got.
Go.
Oh man. Shield pummel. And then we'll do more lightning with this guy. Move here. Attack him with frost. There we go. Shield bash that guy. Some big ass spiders, bro. So we can make poison this way. Anything in their cave? Nest area? Nope. Liliana can make toxic deathroot extract. Like 3 of those. For lyrium, don't care. Couple more potions. There's another bandit over there.
I'll get on it.
Let's take this guy out. Oh no, just kidding. There's like 6 of them. Alright, fuck it. Come on, bitch. Take out the Mabari first.
Now's better than later.
Oh man. Elsar's getting fucking wrecked. Greater. Let's put the health juice. It's 2. She should use, where's lightning? Eat this guy. And his grasp. Freeze his ass. Ugh. Okay, with a lesser.
An order.
Come on, you could attack. There you go.
I see.
On it.
Get this guy. Oh, not you, dumbass.
You will learn to fear me.
Just die already.
Another battle, I see.
It is done.
Nice. Ugh. Using a lot of
Now I'm all lightheaded.
I'll get on it.
what do you call it? Health potions.
Can I get you a ladder so you can get off my back?
Oh, this guy has a lot of stuff. Let's see what we got for old Kratos here. 1.4, like that. 0.75, 1 armor, 10 dense, just avoid all missile attacks. Huh. Keep that on then. 22, 5, 4. Okay. Let's see if Alistar. Oh, I didn't realize you needed a helmet, man. You didn't say anything. $1.25, yeah. Give them that. Okay, I think we're good. Some more guys over here. Save. Come on, bitch. Have them attack that guy.
An order. Let's make this quick.
Oops. Stun. Shield bash. Liana should be attacking this guy. Again, this will kill.
You cannot win.
Another juice for him, just kidding. Juice.
Now is better than later.
Let's finish this. 'Tis your time to die.
Get him.
Be careful. Make a preserve us.
So be it. Another battle, I see.
Alistar's getting his shit pushed in. I'd probably heal him,
I'll get on it.
but I refuse
Can I
to.
get you a ladder so you can get off my back?
I refuse. Okay, I'll put this over here. I think that's the way out. It's more bandits? No. It's people talking. Gonna need more health roof, that's for sure. Grab it.
We done heard what was said. You're a warden. I don't know if you killed King Kalen, and make her forgive me, I don't care.
Oh man, it's like
But that
that.
bounty on your head could feed a lot of hungry bellies.
I mean,
Attack!
how are you gonna get that bounty if you're all gonna be dead?
I'll try to be merciful.
Damn, he is getting demolished. You cover, dude.
Show them no mercy!
There we go. I'm gonna play back up, Liliana. Ah, poor refugees. I'll take that potion, though.
Can I get you a ladder so you can get off
I'll
my
take
back?
that potion, though. Does anyone have the keys to these chests, man? Like, man. Poor brother out. I didn't even think you could get up here. Alright, let's talk to this guy. Forget his name, but I remember never using him. Sten.
You want one of my captors? I will not amuse you any more than I have the other humans. Leave me in peace.
You're a prisoner. Who put you here?
I'm in a cage, am I not? I've been placed here by the Chantry.
The revered mother said he slaughtered an entire family, even the children.
It is as she says. I am Sten of the Beresad, the vanguard of the Kunari peoples.
I'm Kratos. Pleased to meet you.
You mock me. Or you show manners I have not come to expect in your lands. Though it matters little now, I will die soon enough.
This is a proud and powerful creature, trapped as prey for the Darkspawn. If you cannot see a use for him, I suggest releasing him for mercy's sake alone.
Mercy? I wouldn't have expected that from you.
I would also suggest that Alistair take his place in the cage.
Yes, that's what I would have expected.
My head's glitching
I suggest
up.
you leave me to my fate.
What did you do to end up in here?
I have been convicted of murder. Have the villagers not spoken of this?
Nope. Who did you murder?
The people of a farmhold. 8 humans, in addition to the children.
That's horrible.
I agree.
Are you guilty?
Are you asking if I feel guilt or if I am responsible for the deed? However I feel, whatever I've done, my life is forfeit now.
If you feel guilty about the murder, why did you do it?
Either you have an enviable memory or a pitiable life to know nothing of regret.
Capturing you must have been difficult.
There is no difficulty in capturing prey that surrenders.
Why didn't you resist
I
capture?
waited for several days until the knights arrived.
Why?
Because I wished to.
What an odd thing to do.
Either you have an enviable memory or a pitiable life to know
How long have you been in here?
20 days now. I shouldn't last much longer, another week at most.
That's a long time to live without food or water.
Compared to your kind, maybe.
Aren't you interested in seeking atonement?
Death will be my atonement.
There are other ways to redeem yourself.
Perhaps. What does your wisdom say is equal to my crime?
You could help me defend the land against the Blight.
The Blight? Are you a Grey Warden, then?
Yes, I am.
Surprising. My people have heard legends of the Grey Warden's strength and skill. Though I suppose not every legend is true.
Would the revered mother let you free?
Perhaps if you told her the Grey Wardens need my assistance. It seems as likely to bring my death as waiting here.
I'll leave for now.
Farewell, then.
To be left here to starve? Or to be taken by the Darkspawn? No one deserves that. Not even a murderer. What now?
The Canary prisoner. We gotta go to the... Let me steal your shit real quick. Nothing to steal. Ugh, man. You look like somebody I could steal from. Hold up all this 10-second cooldown. What I get, what I get, what I get.
So let's talk about your mother for a moment.
I'd rather talk about your mother.
Well, there's nothing to talk about. And besides, isn't your mother a scary witch who lives in the middle of a forest?
Let him take notice and shine upon thee, for thou hast done his work this day.
Nice, 3 gold. Alright, let's see what else is on the board. When bears attack, on behalf of the Thed, the farmer, and his departed son, I inscribe this missive. As the Maker is my witness, I charge all those with knowledge of arms and armor to brave the dangers of the northern woods to find the family of bears that had mauled and killed the boy Eneth, for they are an abomination in the Maker's sight, and their hides would prove great comfort to the northern farms and solace for Thed's family. As Chanter of Lothering, I do pledge a sum of 1 sovereign to whoever carries us out this, the Maker's will. Exercise caution first and foremost, may his light bathe us all. Our last keepsake. A thanks to all villagers who opened their barns and crops to the refugees in these dark times. The Chantry regularly hears praise from our visitors, and your virtuous deeds are mentioned in many prayers. Sadly, there's a lone boy in the village whose mother, good wife Sarha, is missing, as she has been missing for the better part of a week as of this writing. She is presumed dead. May the Maker bless her passing. She was a lady of middle years, with red hair and fond of a green cloak. If any traveler or resident comes across her in the wilds, please return her bodies or the effects of her remains. In the later years, the boy will be thankful to have such keepsakes to remember his brave mother by. The office of the chanter will compensate this kindness with a sum of 50 silvers. May the Maker turn his gaze on us all. Okay. Can I, steal from this guy? Probably not. Steal from this guy. Nice. Let's not tempt my hand against the Templars. They might be a little bit more alert to what's going on.
Right away.
Hey.
Good day, Sister Leliana. I'm surprised to see you're still in Lothering.
It is good to see you as well, Your Reverence.
Is there something I can do for you, then?
I want to talk about Sten, the Canary you imprisoned.
It might have been kinder to execute him, but I leave his fate to the Maker. Why does he interest you?
What did he do?
He butchered an entire farmhold. Only one of the youngest hid long enough to survive. The child said his father had found the Canary gravely wounded and took him in. That kindness was repaid with murder. The bandsman found the Canary just standing amidst the carnage. He did not resist them.
Are you certain he did it?
He confessed quite readily, but would give no reason for the crime. Even the seasoned knights who apprehended him were disturbed by the carnage. However docile he appears, do not be fooled. That Canary is a danger.
What if this causes an incident with his people?
The Maker demands justice, regardless of his race.
Is there any way I can convince you to release him? Or I want him freed, I might have use for him.
Then his next victims might count you and me as their murderers.
I was thinking you might release him into my custody.
What do you say on this, Leliana? You know your friend better than I.
These are unusual times, Your Reverence. With us, the Kunari might do some good. I am sure of it, in fact.
Were things not so desperate? Very well, I trust you. Take these keys to his cage and make her watch over you.
Thank you, Your Reverence. Your trust is not misplaced.
Alright, now we can get Sten. After I pickpocket oh, little you. I barely used Sten in my previous playthrough. I don't even remember who I used. I definitely used Liliana. Think Morgan? Morgan's like just OP because she's a mage.
So tell me something, Morrigan. Did you live there in that forest your entire life?
I left it on occasion, but I always returned. Why? Is that so strange? It was my home.
But it was just you and your mother there. No one else.
Mother occasionally had company.
Ooh.
What? Company? Do I even want to ask?
No, you really don't.
Ugh, that's disgusting.
Ha! You see them soldiers run like frightened children? Way to go!
Okay, thank you. I like stealing stuff. Which one was it? It was this guy.
Any luck with that poison? Or you here to see my stock? Splendid! If those beasties come on my land, I hope it teaches them a lesson. Yeah, enough gold to cover any of your expenses and then some, eh?
Let me see your wares,
Well,
though.
I still don't have food to sell.
We need some of that. And do you have any filling agent flasks? I will need some of that. I mean, like 40? Let's go with 30. Alright. Let's bounce.
It's done.
So how is it that Terran no gain survived when even a Grey Warden couldn't make it out that place down
Let's see what I stole, though. Alright, what's up, boy?
You wish something more of me?
I have the key to open your cage.
Confess, I did not think the priestess would part with it.
She agrees to release you into my custody.
So be it. Set me free and I will follow you against the Blight.
Very well, I'll let you out.
And so it is done. I will follow you into battle. In doing so, I shall find my atonement.
Thank you, Stan. Glad to have you with us.
May we proceed? I am eager to be elsewhere.
7. So I think we're okay. Nobody else we can steal from. So we'll just rock out to our main character. Oh, there's wolves over there. There's a bunch of wolves over there. Alright, let's fuck it up. Holy shit. Okay.
Yes?
Jesus Christ. I'm getting fucked up. Freeze, bitch. Use it. There we go. Where's Liliana? Trying to strain life. Mind blast. Oh, this one's strain life.
Excellent. Yes.
Well, they didn't drop anything. Not even a pelt, really? The hell is that? Oh, is that the chick trying to make traps? Oh no, this is the mother. Okay, what other quests did I have to do? Skills, inventory. Infected bears. Okay, there's a bear, apparently. Where are them bears at?
It should know better than to attack.
So be
Scrap? Yo, this is so OP, dude. Winter's Grasp just like automatically is already 100 times better. Should have just been a mage, but that's so like cheese, man. So cheese. I don't want to do that. Let's go back to the chantry board, and I think that should be. We still from the girl?
As you like. They say your mother is Flemeth, a witch of the Kokari Wilds.
They also say that washing your feet in winter makes you catch cold in the head, but we all know that is not true.
Let him take notice and shine upon thee, for thou hast done his work this day. And the stars stood still, the winds did quiet, and all animals of earth and air held their breath. All was silent in prayer and thanks.
Thanks, bro. Oh, we leveled up. Sweet. Alright. Health. Let's put 1, and then 1. Specialization. 1 XP, 1 blood magic. Blood magic is for like mages, right? Reapers, right? Terrorize their enemies, feast upon their souls, just say, give their own flesh and cleanse of blood frenzy, make them more powerful. Champions are better in war and confident. Intimidate, demoralize his foes. Reaver sounds pretty cool. How do I get this? Shield tactics. Power, character lashes out with shields. First 2 normal damage. Huh. Pretty good. Character drops. Missile attacks. Is this missile? Okay. Now for you, we'll go with more health, because you seem to be dying a lot. So someone needs to train me to become a reaver. Who is a reaver? Don't recall who that party member is. It doesn't really matter.
Get back, Sandal! Don't let him touch you!
Oh, these are the dwarves. Ooh. Okay. So let's do one. She can do Winter's Grasp.
An order. It's your time to die!
A bit more dying, please.
Okay, shield bash.
As you watch.
Very nice.
Begin the onslaught. Here comes trouble.
Come on, kill that Herlock. There we go.
Run while you can. All right, back on it is then.
Give him another health juice. Shield bash that. Jeez, another one? Probably gets closer.
Right
There we go. Very good. Yeah, Morgan is going to be a staple. This playthrough.
Now's better than later.
Definitely. What the hell happened to this blood mage? The fuck?
Mighty timely arrival there, my friend. I'm much obliged.
You're welcome.
The name's Bodon Feddick, merchant and entrepreneur. This here is my son, Sandal. Say hello, my boy.
Hello.
Road's been mighty dangerous these days. Mind if I ask what brings you out here? Perhaps we're going the same way.
It's a bit complicated. I doubt you want to travel with a Grey Warden.
Grey Wardens? My, that does rather explain a lot. No offense, but I suspect there's more excitement on your path than my boy and I can handle. Allow me to bid you farewell and good fortune, though.
Goodbye.
Now then, let's get this mess cleaned up, shall we?
Take any of this crap. That's you want to give. Have to make some room for that one. Destroy it. Want this. Alright. Let's roll bounce.
I'll get on it.
I mean, they're supposed to, like, follow you, those dwarves. Help you as merchants. I think regardless, they'll end up following you. That's a lot of darkspawn. That's not good. Damn, you're sleeping in armor?
Bad dreams, huh?
Seems so real.
Well, it is real. Sort of. You see, part of being a Grey Warden is being able to hear the Darkspawn. That's what your dream was, hearing them. The Archdemon, it talks to the Horde, and we feel it just as they do. That's why we know this is really a blight.
The Archdemon, is that the dragon?
I don't know if it's really a dragon, but it sure looks like one. But yes, that's the Archdemon. It takes a bit, but eventually you can block the dreams out. Some of the older Grey Wardens say they can understand the Archdemon a bit, but I sure can't. Anyhow, when I heard you thrashing around, I thought I should tell you. It was scary at first for me too.
Any other surprises I should know about?
Other than dying young and the whole defeat the blight alone thing, no. I'm all tapped out for surprises. Anyhow, you're up now, right? Let's pull up camp and get a move on.
Party camp. All your party's injuries are healed when you return to camp. Each party member can be found somewhere in the camp, making it an ideal location to hand out new equipment, give gifts, or to talk. So about this game is that you can actually romance people just by giving them gifts and shit. So I'm actually going to look that up. And I think this playthrough I'm going to go with Morrigan. I've had a tough time. I like both characters, Morrigan and Liliana, but I never experienced Morrigan's side, especially going all the way to like Dragon Age Inquisition. So this is the plan of playing all three games, seeing how they finally impact each other until Inquisition. So again, we'll go with Morrigan for this playthrough. And again, I'll just look it up what gifts I should be giving her. Hey, what's up, boy?
Why are we stopping?
I think we should talk for a moment.
There are darkspawn to be fought. Is this delay needful?
I need to know if I can trust you at my back.
I am Kunari. I have given my word to aid you. We are not people of idle promises.
I've never seen a Kunari before. Tell me about your people.
No.
Wasn't expecting that.
Get used to disappointment. People are not simple. They cannot be summarized for easy reference in the manner of the elves are a lithe, pointy-eared people who excel at poverty.
Jeez. You said you were in the army?
I am.
Why would the Kunari send soldiers here?
The Antam are the eyes, hands, and mouth of the Kunari. We are how my people know the world.
Doesn't that make your view of things a little skewed?
Compared to what?
You only learn about people you conquer.
What does anyone truly know of the world? The world changes. We change. The Antam observe what we can, just as you do. There is no point to this. We are keeping the Darkspawn waiting.
What's your hurry?
What a strange language you speak. You say hurry, where I would say duty.
Never mind, let's
As
keep
you
moving.
wish.
Dick. Let's talk to old Alistair next.
What do you need?
Do you want to talk about Duncan?
You don't have to do that. I know you didn't know him as long as I did.
That doesn't mean I don't mourn his loss.
I should have handled it better. Duncan warned me right from the beginning that this could happen. Any of us could die in battle. I shouldn't have lost it, not with so much as riding on us, not with the blight and everything. I'm sorry.
There's no need to apologize.
I'd like to have a proper funeral for him. Maybe once this is all done, if we're still alive. I don't think he had any family to speak of.
Yeah, you, man.
I suppose he did. It probably sounds stupid, but part of me wishes I was with him, in the battle. I feel like I abandoned him.
No, I understand completely.
Of course. I'd be dead then, wouldn't I? It's not like that would make him happier. I think he came from Hyeba, or so he said. Maybe I'll go up there sometime. See about putting up something in his honor. I don't know. Have you had someone close to you die? Not that I mean to pry, I'm just...
My entire family was murdered just recently.
Oh, of course. How stupid of me to forget. Here I am going on and on about Duncan, and you... I am so sorry. Thank you. Really, I mean it. It was good to talk about it, at least a little.
Maybe I'll go to High-Ever with you when you go.
I'd like that. So would he, I think.
What's up, dog?
Oh, why, you little...
What?
Your furry friend here took offense at me getting near his food. He snapped at me, look.
It's hardly any blood draws. Still, he shouldn't have.
Sometimes I forget that he's a war dog. That'll teach me.
Alright, let's talk to Liliana.
Yes?
I'd like to talk.
Well, here I am.
That vision of yours.
I knew this would come up sooner or later. I don't know how to explain, but I had a dream. In it, there was an impenetrable darkness. It was so dense, so real. And there was a noise, a terrible, ungodly noise. I stood on a peak and watched as the darkness consumed everything. And when the storm swallowed the last of the sun's light, I fell, and the darkness drew me in.
You dreamed of the blight?
I suppose I did. That was what the darkness was, no? When I woke, I went to the Chantry's gardens, as I always do. But that day, the rosebush in the corner had flowered. Everyone knew that bush was dead. It was grey and twisted and gnarled, the ugliest thing you ever saw. But there it was, a single beautiful rose. It was as though the Maker stretched out his hand to say, even in the midst of this darkness, there is hope and beauty. Have faith.
And this made you want to help me?
In my dream, I fell. Or maybe I jumped. I'd do anything to stop the blight. I know that we can do it. There are so many good things in the Maker's world. How can I sit by while the blight devours everything?
I suppose I couldn't sit by either.
That is why you're a Grey Warden. Come, there's a blight to stop.
Man, it's really hard to just find... the gift guide. Oh my god. Show me the gift guide, man. Okay, here we go. Here we go, here we go, here we go. Let's talk to these guys. What the hell's this? Who are you?
You're a hard man to find. Where are my manners? The name is Levy, Levy Dryden. Did Duncan ever mention me? Levy of the coins? Levy the trader?
I'm Kratos. I've never heard of you.
Really? He never told you of old Levy? We've known each other for years. But here I am carrying on while you have a blight to stop. Don't want to waste your time. But you see, Duncan promised that together we'd look into something important for the Wardens. And for me. But poor Duncan's... well, no more. A tragedy it is, at that. But I know he would want his work carried on. His pledge fulfilled.
What promise did Duncan make to you?
Well, as you know, my family's name is mud around noble circles. My great-great-grandmother, Sophia Dryden, was the last Warden commander of Ferelden back when the Wardens were known as freeloaders. So King Olin banished the Wardens, and he took House Dryden's land and titles.
What happened
Hard to
next?
say. After King Olin died, there was a civil war, loads worse than this one, and our family was on the run, hunted by enemies, with nary a friend in the world. But Drydens are tough. We rebuilt, became merchants, and we never lost our pride.
I'm surprised you kept your name.
Our family's only crime was guarding the kingdom against the blight. We're not ashamed of that.
So what favor did you ask of Duncan?
Ask for the truth.
My family reveres Sophia Dryden. We know she died at the old Grey Warden base, Soldier's Peak. We want evidence to clear her name. It won't restore our land or our titles, but it'll restore our honor.
I've never even heard of Soldier's Peak.
Well, no one's been to Soldier's Peak since Ireland's days. At least none that's come back. I spent years mapping the maze of tunnels to the peak, and I found the way a few years back. So I went to Duncan, I did, and I said that he could reclaim the old base and my family could have its honor.
Why didn't Duncan help you?
Darkspawn surfaced in southern Ferelden, and Duncan got plenty busy recruiting new wardens and meeting with good King Caelan. Duncan said he would help after the Battle of Ostergar. Said there might be useful things at the peak, but he never had the chance.
What do you need from me?
I can pick my way through the tunnels at the base of Soldier's Peak, but the place, well, they say it's haunted, and it'll be dangerous for certain. Will you think on it at least?
How will reclaiming the peak help the wardens?
Soldier's Peak is strategic and symbolic importance. Duncan said that it would be worth it right there. He also hoped to recover lost warden history and perhaps a few old relics. No one knows what's up there now.
I want to accept, but I just want to be sure that if I accept, we don't go there immediately. So I'll think about this. Farewell. Say that for now.
Ah, it's good to see you, my timely rescuer. Bodon Feddick, at your service once again. I saw your camp and thought to myself, what safer place to rest for the evening than in the camp of a Grey Warden? I'm perfectly willing to offer you a fine discount for the inconvenience of our presence. How does that sound? Good? Yes?
You're free to say, just mind yourselves.
Wonderful. Thank the gentleman, won't you, boy?
Thank you, sir.
We won't be a bother to you and your companions, I assure you. If you should need enchantments, simply talk to my boy. Otherwise, come speak with me.
Alright, let's talk to Sandal.
Hello.
The boy's a bit simple, but he's rather good with enchantments. One of those tranquil fellas actually called him a... what was it now? A savant. I had no idea such a thing existed.
What enchantments does he do?
He can fold lyrium into almost any weapon or piece of armor, though naturally some of the more extravagant materials will take more lyrium than others. It's a process that some of the master smiths back in Orzammar will perform, but my boy here is just as adept at it. Isn't that right, boy?
Enchantment!
And there you have it.
I would like to see what other goods you have.
Oh, certainly, I can do that for you. Just come with me.
Should probably ugly boots or Legion mask. Can I like get this? It has to be an inventory. How about this? Automatically by 10, 7 point. Jesus, all right. We'll come back for that. Wait right there. Don't you move. I should probably do this. More of a two-handed motherfucker, isn't he? Gray iron. Point 2, 3, 5. Let's sell this crap. Oh, what's up, girl?
What do you wish of me?
I'd like to ask you something.
If you must.
How did you become a shapeshifter?
I was
Changer.
not born such. It's a skill of Flemeth's, taught over many years in the wilds. The chastened have tales of we witches, saying that we assume the forms of creatures to watch them from hiding. When a child is alone and separate from his tribe, that is when we strike, dragging the young boy kicking and screaming to our lair to be devoured. A most amusing legend.
Your mother has been doing this for a long time, then.
Changing her form, certainly. Devouring lost children, I cannot say. She has not done it in my experience, though in truth my lifespan is but a fraction of her own. Why do you ask? Is there something specific you wish to know?
Can you change into other human forms as well?
The form of an animal is different from my own. One may study the creature, learn to move as it does, think as it does. In time, this allows one to become as it is. I gain nothing by studying another human. I already am the same as they are. I learn nothing. So the answer is no, my human form is the only one I possess.
Can anyone become a shape changer?
Anyone with sufficient will. But the act of transformation is a magical one. 'Tis a spell and thus requires a mage's talents. If you had a notion to learn such a skill for yourself, sadly, you must remain disappointed.
Do you spend a lot of time as an animal?
There were nights when the wilds called to me, 'tis true. You look upon the world around you and you think you know it well. I have smelled it as a wolf, listened as a cat, prowled shadows that you never dreamed existed. But my life is as a human. I am under no illusions to the contrary.
And what do other animals think of you when you're changed?
They do not shy away from me. To their senses, I believe I seem like any other of their species. As to what they think, I truly cannot say. Just as I am still human, no matter my form, they are still animals. Thus they cannot speak, even were I to ask.
I've never heard of magic like that before.
No? 'Tis not unheard of in the remote corners of the world. There are traditions of magic outside of the circle of magi, despite what those mages would have you believe. Some of these traditions are old, indeed, passed down as carefully guarded lore from one generation to the next. The zealots of the chantry would uproot all such practitioners if they could. But as luck have it, some still exist. My mother is such a one.
By practitioners, you mean apostates, don't you?
Not all apostates use the forbidden blood arts. Maleficarum do, but to condemn all who do not fall under the circle's thrall for the sake of what might be is a dangerous path to walk. There are those who look on the word apostate as meaning freedom. Indeed. Have you an opinion on my abilities, then? Am I an unnatural abomination to be put to the torch?
I think your abilities sound quite useful.
Oh, you're simply full of surprises, little man, aren't you? But enough of such talk. Let us proceed, lest the dust gather on us.
Alright, so now we will give some gifts. Some gifts. Okay. Silver birch, small carved statue. Likes this crap. Oh. I really wish it could just tell me what I need to give people. Alright, there we go. Silver bracelet. Okay, doesn't have anything. Small carved statue. Give that to Alistair.
I could get used to this, you know.
Silver silver medallion, silver chain.
A fine gift. You have my thanks.
Golden hog. Alright. I think that's all we can give for now. Alright. Let's talk to what's his face?
Something you need? I'm sure either my boy or I can help you out. I'm sure you'll be pleased with...
Okay. So let's get rid of some of this crap. What is this? Can equip item. Converts all damage to spirit. Wait. Bulwark of True King, 32. This could probably like be enchanted or something. Dalish Hunter's Belt. This. Anything else I could give up? I'll make that. This. This. Annual Ranger. A book written by an experienced ranger with useful tips. Huh. Gift. 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 That's a lot of gifts. Holy shit. Grey Warden Hand Puppet. A stick. That loot. Where do these gifts even come from? Jesus. King Merrick Shield. Who the fuck? King Merrick Shield. Who wants King Merrick Shield? What's the fat loot? Alistair's doll. Beard flask. Simple patterns on this over. Tantavan brandy. Can protective cone. Butterfly sword. Not full gift. Wouldn't want that. Lump of charcoal. I don't know. Alright, whatever. It's fine. Any more of this crap. Let's save before we start giving the wrong things to people. Or if you give it to them, I think they actually just reject it.
And you give this to me, why?
Yep. Alright, well, let's do a quick load. That was probably for Liliana. Nope, probably not.
I am impressed. My thanks.
Can I just like keep giving this? Why does it still show up? Here's a fucking cone. Ability. I'm going to genuinely like you and respect your leadership as you improve your relationship with party members. Head back to camp and speak with them. They'll be much more willing to open up with them when you don't have to worry about death around every corner, and you need to talk to them more if you want to continue to improve your relationship. You can track party members' approval ratings using the orange bar at the bottom right of the character records. There should be a chest, I'm pretty sure, that I could like leave my crap at. So it's not in the way.
You and your friends are formidable folk, indeed. It's good to have you along. I'm sure you'll...
Tick. Nine more. Alright. Oh, look at all these gifts that we can give. Alright, save again. Start giving this crap out. Something like that. Kings of Ferelden. What, she want a doll of Alistair.
I am grateful. 'Tis thoughtful indeed.
So that's plus 50.
A terrible notion.
Okay, so that didn't do anything. Ugly boots? Huh?
That's lovely, I suppose.
Fat loot?
That's a wonderful thought. I don't know what to say.
Unwise.
Butterfly sword?
Do you expect me to carry?
Nope. We're just making sure which one likes which.
I could get used to this, you know.
Okay, so he likes that.
Great. Super. Thanks.
He doesn't like books. Okay, do it again. So he likes... He doesn't like that, but he does like this.
I could get used to this.
Morgan likes the Alistair doll.
I am grateful. 'Tis thoughtful indeed.
And she doesn't like the boots. Want this?
No, that won't work.
Loot? There we go.
That's a wonderful...
You already got yours. And then we're good for now. Alright. Hi, buddy.
You are not quite as callow as I thought. That is unexpected.
Callow? You thought I was callow?
You sound surprised. You must have heard this before. You'll get over it. Eventually.
Why did you come to Ferelden?
I was sent to be the eyes of the Antam. The Arishok asked, "What is the Blight?" By his curiosity, I am now here.
What? Don't you have to report back then?
Yes.
When are you going to do that?
Never. I cannot go home.
Oh, why not?
It doesn't matter now. Can we move on? We keep the Darkspawn waiting.
Alright.
As you wish.
And he also
Something
leveled
on your
up.
mind? Of course.
What can a Templar do exactly?
Essentially, they're trained to fight. The Chantry would tell you that the Templars exist simply to defend. But don't let them fool you. They're an army. The other main purpose for a Templar is, of course, to hunt mages. To that end, we train in talents that drain mana and disrupt spells.
So, couldn't others learn these talents?
Perhaps, but there usually isn't much of an opportunity. The Chantry keeps a close rein on its Templars. We are given lyrium to help develop our magical talents, you see. Which means we become addicted. And since the Chantry controls the lyrium trade with the dwarves, well, I'm sure you can put 2 and 2 together.
So you were addicted to this lyrium?
Thankfully, no. You only start receiving lyrium once you've taken your vows. You don't need lyrium in order to learn the Templar talents. Lyrium just makes Templar's talents more effective. Or so I was told. Maybe it doesn't even do that. The Chantry usually doesn't let their Templars get away either, so they can spread their secrets. I'm a bit of an exception. Lucky me.
Something I can help with?
What would someone like you be doing in Lothering's
What
Chantry?
is meant by someone like me?
You know, a beautiful, charming woman like yourself.
And there were no beautiful, charming women in the cloisters, you think? You would be wrong. There were many lovely young initiates in the Lothering cloister. All of them chaste and virtuous. It added to their mystique. Because then, they were forbidden. And forbidden fruit is the sweeter, no?
Should I say this? What about your fruit? Is it forbidden? Those initiates can't have been more lovely than you.
Flatterer. I, however, did not take vows, and so perhaps I am not as enigmatic? The Chantry provides succor and safe harbor to all who seek it. I chose to stay and become affirmed.
Affirmed?
We affirm our belief in the Maker, in Andraste and the Chant, but other than that, there are no vows taken.
What did you do before that?
I was a traveling minstrel in Orlais. Tales and songs were my life. I performed, and they rewarded me with applause and coin. And my skill in battle? Well, you pick up different skills when you travel, yes? Yes, of course. Let's move on.
Bruce. Stop barking. And last but not least, let us talk to Morgan.
I await your command.
I'd like to ask you something.
So, full of questions, are you?
Can you teach others to become shape changers?
Possibly, if I had the desire to. I do not.
I should have known you'd be a selfish bitch. And why not?
I was told to accompany you and to help you, and that I shall. This may extend to the teaching of my mother's skills in time. For now, I simply do not know you well enough. I promise nothing. I await your command. So, full of questions, are you?
Did you grow up in the Kokari
Why do you
Wilds?
ask me such questions? I do not probe you for pointless information, do I?
You can probe me anytime.
Beg pardon then while I jump for joy. What is it you asked if I grew up in the wilds? A curious question. Where else would you picture me? For many years it was simply Flemeth and I. The wilds and its creatures were more real to me than Flemeth's tales of the world of man. In time I grew curious. I left the wilds to explore what lay beyond, never for long. Brief forays into a civilized wilderness.
But you kept going back to the wilds?
Would you not do the same? Your world is an unforgiving and cold place. The wilds I hail from is home to me, and I a natural denizen. For all that I had been taught, however, the truth of the civilized lands proved to be overwhelming. I was unfamiliar with so much. So confident and bold was I, yet there was much that Flemeth could never have prepared me for.
Very daring, that sounds like you.
Equal parts daring and foolhardy, perhaps. Only once was I accused of being a witch of the wilds, and that by a chastened who happened to be traveling with a merchant caravan. He pointed and gasped, and began shouting in his strange language, and most assumed he was casting some curse upon me. I acted the terrified girl, and naturally, he was arrested.
That was quick thinking.
Men are always willing to believe two things about a woman. One, that she is weak, and two, that she finds him attractive. I played the weakling and battered my eyelashes at the captain of the guard. Child's play. The point being that I was able to move through human lands fairly easily. Whatever humans think a witch of the wild looks like, 'tis not I. Not that I did not have trouble. There are things about human society which have always puzzled me, such as the touching. Why all the touching for a simple greeting?
Touching like a handshake?
To begin with, yes. What is the point of touching my hand? I find it an offensive intrusion. There were many nuances that Flemeth could never tell me of. When to look into another's eyes. How to eat at a table. How to bargain without offending. None of these things I knew. I still do not understand it all, truth be told, but then I gave up long ago any hope of doing so. When I returned to the wilds last, I swore to Flemeth that I had no intention of leaving again.
Well, I'm glad it worked out this way, at least.
Yes? Let's ignore the entire Darkspawn threat and the presence of a simpleton as your only other Grey Warden ally, then. Not that I lack appreciation for the intent of your comment. Thank you. Well, let's get on with it before the ground opens up and swallows us, yes?
Hey, another approval.
'Tis cold in my tent, all alone.
Oh. Well, we can't have that.
So you shall come to my tent? But whatever shall we do in that tiny little space together while we wait for it to warm?
I'll leave that up to you.
Good. Then let us waste no more time with foolish talk.
Oh my god. We're just like 6 hours into the game. Close your eyes, children. Ugh, why does he look like that?
I see the stories they tell of Grey Warden endurance are not exaggerated.
Oh, there are stories?
Indeed there are. The unanswered question, of course, is whether the endurance exists because of the taint within you, or because the Grey Wardens are by nature so very healthy. I enjoy the thought that 'tis a little of both. Natural prowess, driven by a darker side.
Was this a one-time thing?
That is entirely up to you. Simply know that I have no designs on your independence. I wish only to do what I desire, and if that coincides with what you desire, then so be it. And should you decide not to continue our misadventure, then so be it. Very simple, is it not?
What about love? Does that enter the picture?
Oh, now you ruin the mood by speaking profanities. Silly man. Come then, let us be off before the others begin to stare.
Oh, okay. What is her approval rating now, actually? 68. Still neutral. I think Alistar was just like... It's hard to bring down approval-wise. Like to
So, full of questions, are you?
Have you ever been hunted by the Chantry?
You are very cute to ask so many questions.
And you're cute when you're evasive.
Really? Perhaps we should be wrapped in ribbons and adorned with flowers. So cute are we, too. My mother has been hunted from time to time, yes, by Templar fools like Alistair, which should tell you how successful they generally were. Flemeth made a bit of a game of it, in fact. The Templars would come again, and she would look at me and smile and say that the fun was to begin once more.
Feel sorry for the
They
Templars.
came with as much swagger and arrogance as they did self-righteousness. Pity them if you wish, for they held none for us. Flemeth would warn them, once. 'Twas a warning they inevitably failed to heed. And then the true game began. Often Flemeth would use me as bait. A little girl to scream and run and lure the Templars deeper into the wilds and to their doom.
Surely more would have followed.
Sometimes. Eventually. Thankfully, the wilds is a vast place. Once they found us, Flemeth would simply move us elsewhere, and we would be lost within the forest once again. I did not understand the danger we faced until I was much older. I had never heard of apostates or maleficarum.
Do you still think it was fun?
I think that my mother made it fun so that a child did not learn to fear. And I think that it was necessary. There are no trials for apostates, no prisons, no mercy. There are only absolutes, so only survival matters. If the wilds have taught me anything, 'tis this. First, you must survive. Do you disagree?
You're probably right.
An enlightened view, or at least an agreeable one. Enough of this talk. Let us return to the task at hand.
Hey, another +1. Nice.
So, full of questions.
Is Flemeth
are you?
really what she seems to be?
Well, that depends, does it not? What does she seem to be?
Powerful Maleficar.
You mean, is she truly the Flemeth of legend and story? Tell me, how much do you know of the tale? The one that the chastened still tell of my mother, to frighten them into obedience.
I didn't even know there was such a thing.
Ah, I see. That does explain much. I can relay what Flemeth once told me herself, and you can decide whether or not 'tis the truth, if you desire.
That sounds
As
interesting.
the tale is sung by the bards, there was a time when Flemeth was young and beautiful. A fair lass in a land of barbarian men, the desire of any who saw her.
Just how long ago is this?
Many centuries, before this land was even named Ferelden. The tales say that Flemeth fell in love with Osen the bard, and fled the castle of her husband, the dread Lord Conabar, and that he swore vengeance for her infidelity. In truth, my mother claims that 'twas Osen who was her husband, and Conabar the jealous lord who looked on from afar. Lord Conabar approached young Osen and offered him wealth and power in exchange for his lovely wife, and Osen agreed.
Flemeth must have been angry.
The life of a bard is a poor one, and love fades in the wake of hunger. 'Twas Flemeth who suggested the arrangement. All would have been well had Lord Conabar kept his end of the bargain. But he was a foul man who bargained with coin he did not possess. Osen was led off to a field and slain, left for dead. Flemeth spoke to the spirits and learned of the deed, and swore revenge.
She spoke to spirits or demons?
Spirits first, and 'twas they who slew Conabar. Flemeth did not turn to the demon until much later. Lord Conobar's allies chased Flemeth, you see. Chased her to the wilds, and there she hid. There she found the demon, and he made her strong. The legends all speak of the great hero Cormac, he who defeated Flemeth and her great army when she invaded the lowlands centuries later. All lies.
Which, she never invaded, or he never defeated
The
her?
truth of the matter is that there was never an invasion. As Flemeth tells it, the Chastened never raised an army under her banner, and she never fought with any warrior named Cormac. Cormac led a brutal civil war against his own people, and later claimed it was to vanquish evil that had taken root amongst the lords. Thus, he was hailed a hero. Flemeth was only attached to the legend much later. Perhaps 'twas due to the great war with the Chastened that eventually came, but Mother claims not to know how it began.
Do you believe her version?
I do not believe everything that Flemeth claims. Oft it seems her bitterness has coloured her memories. But on the whole, yes, I believe this tale, if not all.
How is it that Flemeth has survived for so long?
The demon within her has transformed her into something else. An abomination, perhaps some would say. I know not. I only know my mother is clever, and she is part of the wilds as it is part of her. But she is no immortal. She bleeds. A blade in her heart would kill her like any other, were it lucky enough to find her.
The legend tells of Flemeth having many daughters.
You ask if I have sisters. I have asked of this myself. The stories tell of many witches of the wilds after all, not just the one. And these tales existed long before I did. Flemeth refuses to speak of other daughters, if they existed. So, should I believe I am her first? I doubt that too.
Why would she refuse to speak of them?
The Chastened tell of a falling out between Flemeth and her daughters. They say that one day she hunted them all through the wilds and ate their hearts. It may be true. I have never seen another witch or heard of one. Perhaps one day Flemeth will eat my heart as well.
Aren't abominations usually insane horrors?
How often is this usually? Always? If not always, then when is it not true? There are more things in this world and the next than you or I could ever hope to understand. What Flemeth became is a mystery. I suspect, even to her.
Interesting story. Thank you.
Flemeth tells it with far more embellishment than I, but you are welcome. Dare I ask of your own mother? Few are abominations of legend, 'tis true, but I find myself curious nevertheless.
My mother died recently, in fact.
Ah, then you have my sympathies for what it is worth. Which is very little, I am certain. It matters not. Let us move on.
Ah, another 5. Their approval rating now. Still a door.
I have something for you.
What do you mean?
I mean that I have a gift for you. 'Tis a ring. Now, before you get any foolish notions, let me explain. Flemeth once gave me the ring because it allowed her to find me no matter where I went, in case I was ever captured by hunters. I disabled its power as soon as we left the wilds. Recently, however, I thought to change it. Now, I will be able to find whoever wears it instead.
It's a sweet gift, thank you.
It's not given out of sentimentality. I believe you were too important to risk. If you were captured, this ring would allow the rest of us to find you quickly.
I'm glad to see you care.
Now you are mocking me. Do you wish the ring or not? I am tempted to simply keep it.
Does it do anything else?
Flemeth used to say that 'twas a link between us, one that I presumed worked both ways. I never tested it, but I doubt she would have lied over such a thing, so it would mean I am linked to you as much as you to I.
So if I could find you, if need be?
I do not know. As I said, I never tested it. Perhaps.
So you're giving it to me purely out of practicality?
I have no desire to see us part company so soon. Not unless we wish to, that is. Do not read more into it than is there. You have supplied me with equipment. Certainly this is not so very different, is it?
Thank you for the gift.
You are welcome. Perhaps it will be useful someday.
Hey, 12. Items receive. Skills acquired. Morgan's ring. 2 oil power. Thing for me though. No, didn't. Damn, regeneration. I think Morgan will have. Just kidding. We'll not be able to use this. What is she now? Still a door.
So, full of questions, are you?
Tell me, are you really Flemeth's
I
daughter?
assume you were actually asking whether Flemeth herself gave birth to me. Truly, I do not know. I once asked Flemeth that very question, and she merely laughed at me. 'Tis not inconceivable that she could capture a chastened man, or perhaps change to a more attractive form to attract him willingly. I find it more difficult to imagine her with child.
She was not always as old as she is now, was she?
As a matter of fact, I remember her being younger once. She had black hair, much like my own, long and lustrous. But how could that be if she is centuries old? Has she become wizened only recently? Or are the tales of her legend only that, and nothing more? I do know the tales of Flemeth having many daughters, even though I have never met another. And Flemeth has always treated me as her blood.
What if you have real family out there?
I would have nothing in common with them, nor any need for what they might provide. Flemeth taught me everything I needed to learn. How to survive, the meaning of power, the truth of men. If other mothers do not teach these things, then I believe them the lesser.
I suppose that's true.
You suppose it's true? 'Tis true. Take yourself. You do not honestly desire such things from me, do you? 'Tis better to be free of such cloying and cluttering delusions as love.
And what if I did want that?
Then more the fool you, I think. I tire of this discussion.
Right, +1 still? Nice. Or, no, that was from before. That was from before.
So, full of questions.
So life in the wilds must have been very lonely.
At times, perhaps. A world full of people and buildings and things was all very foreign to me. If I wished companionship, I ran with the wolves and flew with the birds. If I spoke, 'twas to the trees.
And did they speak back?
Don't be foolish. I recall the first time I crept beyond the edge of the wilds. I did so in animal form, remaining in the shadows and watching these strange townsfolk from afar. I happened upon a noblewoman by her carriage, adorned in sparkling garments the likes of which I had never before seen. I was dazzled. This, to me, seemed what true wealth and beauty must be. I snuck up behind her and stole a hand mirror from the carriage. 'Twas encrusted in gold and crystalline gemstones, and I hugged it to my chest with delight as I sped back to the wilds.
What happened then?
Flemeth was furious with me. I was a child and had not yet come into my full power, and I had risked discovery for the sake of a pretty bauble. To teach me a lesson, Flemeth took the mirror and smashed it upon the ground. I was heartbroken.
But you were just a child.
And a foolish one. Flemeth was right to break me of my fascination. Beauty and love are fleeting and have no meaning. Survival has meaning. Power has meaning. Without those lessons, I would not be here today, as difficult as they might have been.
They made you stronger, didn't they?
They did indeed. To return to your original question, perhaps my time in the wilds was indeed lonely, but such was how it had to be. I find myself at times wondering what might have become of the girl with the beautiful golden mirror, but such fantasies have no place amidst reality.
Hey, +4. Now, to the door. I'd like to discuss something personal.
We're in camp, so 'tis as good a time as any.
Give her a
What's
kiss.
this? 'Tis a rather odd discussion you seem to desire, leaning in so closely.
Humor me.
Oh, it's humor you desire. I didn't realize comedy had anything to do with this.
Only if we do it wrong.
How true. Let us do it right, then.
Inspired massive magic. Nice. Oh man, we're close now. This party members get a massive bonus to magic. Nice, nice, nice.
We're in camp, so 'tis as good a time as any.
We need to discuss us.
Discuss away.
We've never talked about our nights together.
What is there to speak of? Do you wish me to tell you how wonderful you are? Shall I say you are virile and manly?
Only if you really want to.
I prefer action over words. Why don't you prove it to me?
We're one saucy minx, you know that?
Aye, that is me indeed. What is it then that you wish to know so badly?
I want to know how we feel about each other.
That is a rather tiresome topic. Enough. I have no patience for this sort of blather. If you wish to know something specific, I would prefer you ask it. Otherwise, leave me be.
Alright, let's keep asking.
We're in camp, so 'tis as good as... Discuss away.
Alright. So I think that's where we're going to leave it off. It was really a lengthy conversation with Morrigan, but we did find out what everyone kind of liked. Kind of wish we can get rid of this stuff. I guess you could do it now that we gave it away. Chastity belt. But anyway, I think that's where we're going to leave off. Let's drop a hard save game. And then I'll see you guys on the next time we play Dragon Age Origins. So thank you guys for joining me, and I'll see you again soon. Later.